Progressive Snapshot can save you money based on how you drive and how much you drive. So the safer you drive, the more money you could save. Now, if you didn't hear that because you were yelling at another car while driving, let me say it again. You need to calm down. Yelling is just making everyone as stressed out as you are and letting them all know that you definitely aren't trying to save with Progressive Snapshot. And if you did hear it the first time because you weren't yelling at another car, nice work. You'd love Snapshot from Progressive because it rewards safe drivers. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California and North Carolina or from all agents.
Eric Zane Show podcast has begun. It is a fantastic day. It will be. It always is. So happy that you are here. I have a new pal. The dynamic is spectacular. It stems from, okay, sometimes, things happen that are like just great moments. And they lead to just hilarious things. And here's what you have at my beloved YMCA is a sweet man who works there. And nobody talks to this guy. No one. It's like he does not exist. You ever have anybody like that you see? I mean, it might be like a homeless guy or whatever. Doesn't matter. They don't exist. Now, the Y is notorious for hiring people who, might need a little extra care. Might need a little nurturing, if you will. Maybe could be described as not playing with the full deck. It's okay. They excel in other things, right? This is the one side of me. It's a real weakness I have. Where, I don't know. There's a real soft spot in my heart. And it's horrible. It's really bad. I can't even say it with a straight face. So anyway, dude is hanging out for the longest time I've seen him there. And no one, like I said, acknowledges him in any way. I've never seen anybody speak to him. He doesn't look like you and me. And he's very, very quiet. And so I said hello some time ago. Hey, hi there. How are you? Fine. I get a name and just small talk. And that was all it took. Now, okay, Mitch Albom could write a book about us now. We're tight. And I don't want to say his name, but he's really sweet. And now, well, okay, back up. So after I introduced myself to him, it was one of these things where the guy was so not used to anybody speaking to him that when I first said hello, it was like he jumped. It was like oh my God, there's someone talking to me. Holy shit. And so that was that. And that was all it took, So the next time I'm there, I'm in the locker room and he is in there and someone else is having a conversation with me about doing PA work for the Grand Rapids Griffins. And he's doing his job. And then that conversation ends. And then I'm getting dressed. And I hear, How long have you been doing the Grand Rapids Griffins? So he asked me a question. I was like, oh, hey, how are you? And then we started that. So now we speak every time we see each other. The question from Aram: why have you ignored him up until now? Are you suggesting that every single person that I see, I have to run up to them and say, "Hey, how are you?" Is that what we're getting at here? Hey, how you doing? I don't know you. I've never seen you before. You look lonely. Can I talk to you? No, fuck that. Why did I ignore him up until now? And I didn't. Well, I guess I ignored him outwardly, but I was aware he was there. So I don't think I've ever ignored him, as you say, with that troublemaking question. This guy is better behaved than the group formerly known as Zaniacs. So, we're off and running on the conversations. And now it's so fantastic that I'm getting life updates. I'm getting, oh my God. Kenny adds, Aram is full of snark, yet never gets 600 seconds. Oh, no, I wouldn't give him 600 seconds. I'll give that to people who really deserve it, Kenny. In fact, for you announcing, how I have to give out my 600 seconds, that's kind of telling me how to do my job. So I think it's time to give you 600 seconds. There. What do you think of that? See what happens? You take a day and a half off. You think you're in the clear. And then, boom. Fastball right in your helmet. Just like that kid in the Little League World Series. Yesterday, I walk in. Dude's coming down the steps. He says, well, it's not a Griffins game, but I have big plans to see the Jurassic Park movie today at AMC Theater. I go, whoa, are you kidding me? Yes, I have the ticket. I have ordered the snacks, the hot dogs, the soft drinks, and the candy, all for one price. And I'm like, dude, this is spectacular. And so the one thing, though, that dude has not yet managed is, context. That's fine. But you see, then it's like tough to get out of the conversation. So I have to kind of like navigate that and kind of steer it along. I was like, well, I tell you what, buddy, I'm excited for you. And I'm going to go get dressed now. So I'm now ending the conversation. But now we're to a point where as I'm walking away, I hear, I have an incredible interest in zoology. I turn around. I go, oh, so now we're going to the next topic. I go, oh, yes, zoology, yes, animals. Okay, very cool. And then he explains to me that he's trying to get a job or an internship or something like that at like the local one of the local zoos, and he's got a big appointment, a big interview. I was like, well, that's fantastic. I love this. All the while I'm thinking, could this guy maybe show up at my house one day? Probably not. He's, you have to be a real asshole to do that. But I don't think we have that issue. Then it's like my next question. Now, I want to engage him. I don't want to just have him talk and then walk away from him. I'm like, all right, I'm going to give this guy, he's getting minutes of time, and that's the end of it because nobody talks to this dude. So I'm like, well, what is your favorite animal? And he says, I love the wolf. And I'm like, yeah, the wolf is great. Who doesn't love the wolf? They're basically extinct in Michigan, though. I go, yes, I think I have heard that. You don't see many wolves in Michigan. So this was the extent of the start of my conversation with this dude. Start of my day at the gym was this conversation with this dude. It was great. I love the guy. I love him so much. And I guess And then we had another in-depth conversation about some personal stuff in his family that a little awkward. But I'm getting to know this guy. And I just love his heart, but I just don't want to be, I don't want to do a Google search and see that, like, he stole someone's baby or something like that from the maternity ward and then ate it. So, one of those things. I think it'll be fine, but I'm kind of like on edge these days. Great guy. Off to the treadmill. Crushed it. We are midway through week 7 of this training plan. And, man, all systems go. 7. Count them. 7 half-mile repeats. And at number 6, I was ready to shut it down. I'm telling you. I got done with 5, and I'm not kidding you. I was like, oh, my God, I have 2 more of these to go. Fuck. Number 6, I was like, no. And I'm actually getting nauseous. Did number 7. Hey, you're not always going to be motivated. Then you must be disciplined. Kenny, when you get back from your 600-second timeout, have you continued to walk on your treadmill? I'm guessing not, because I'm not hearing about it. All right. Corey says, then Eric ate 7. He says ring dings. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm guessing it's something to do with horrible food choices. Yesterday was no different, okay? The exercise is there, obviously. The eating is not. It's a disaster. Yesterday I started the show. I was talking about trying to eat Madison's leftovers. She ended up not eating them. That was yesterday's lunch. We're talking 4 Mott sticks, French fries, and 3/4 of a fantastic bacon burger with a pretzel bun. Oh, my God. Gone. After the workout, 9:45 at night. 3. Count them, 3. No, I take it back. Started out. Everybody goes out to eat around here. I do not. There's more leftovers. There's all these fried shrimp in the fridge. And I call up. I'm upstairs, Madison, and Madison's having a meltdown. I call up. I go, hey, who's got leftovers? Dinah says, those shrimp are mine. You can have them. I go, oh, my God. Yes. Fucking A. Went, crushed those, and then washed it down with 3. Count them, 3 bowls of Cocoa Pebbles. Okay, that's cereal. What a multi-layered treat that is. In addition to the actual, first of all, the cereal in the box, those pebbles are so small, you get a lot more cereal actually in the box. If you were to take the equal sized boxes of like corn pops, or pops are just called, and Cocoa Pebbles, the same size box as a Cocoa Pebbles box can be much heavier. You're getting a lot more cereal. Okay, 3 bowls of that. And then you got the milk is so chocolatey. Oh, my God. Intense. You waste every workout and run. Shaking my head. It's gross. Well, that's... thanks for your opinion. Thank you, judger. And I'm not wasting a workout. You have any idea how strong my heart and lungs and legs are right now? Yeah, you do you, I'll do me. Let's get back to the task at hand. Megan, do you ever mix your cereals, Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Golden Grahams? I have not, but that sounds ridiculous. Man, Golden Grahams, I haven't had those in forever. Shit, I got to get after that. All right. So that was all good. I come home, and I'm in this room, and I something is terrible, okay? I can hear 2 rooms over wailing. And I'm like, okay, this could be one of 2 things. It's Madison. Either someone is dead or something along the lines of somebody turned the light off when it shouldn't have been off. It's one of those ridiculous things where it's not a big deal, but it's being made a big deal. Or someone's dead. Shut up, Tyler. I can tell you're snark. Tyler says Eric is smart. He's training heavy. Then he'll drop a bunch of weight right before the race, and his legs will be strong as fuck from slinging all that weight around. I have said that. It never works out. Jerk. But that's true. If I did actually lose the weight, I'd be like I was running on air. If you train at 175 and then you're down to 155 when you race, that is true. But I never lose the weight. I just keep eating friggin' Cocoa Pebbles. So, I'm in this room, and I hear... And I can't make out the words, but I know it's the end of the world. Fuck, what is going on here? I go, well, I better go check. I wander to the room that Madison is in with Diana. And this is the level of intensity that you get when you have a 19-year-old daughter who is very emotionally deep. Okay? I walk in and I go, how's it going? Everything is terrible. Terrible day. It's awful. Oh my God. I go, okay. I said to Diane, I go, what happened? Nothing. I go, I know, but what's the problem? I go, I can't understand. I don't know. I guess they went to Walmart to buy a bunch of stuff for like this upcoming school year. It's hard to believe Madison is about to leave us again for year 2 of college. And they think that when they went there, they left one of the bags with the school supplies. So I go, well, what was in it? The life-saving drugs or something that you're going to die if you don't get into your body? No. I mean, like glue sticks, pens, paper, and a folder. Corey writes, tons of condoms. Okay. What? Enough. Enough. Then Madison says, I'm getting ready to start my period. I go, oh, okay. All right. There's that. So I go, well, can we call the store? I go, and Diana says, well, I have been, and nobody will pick it up. I go, well, okay, no big deal. It's not like they're going to throw it in the garbage. And I go, and besides, if let's just say it's not there, we just, go buy it again. Who cares? And she is just beside herself. These are the things when you have a child who of your 3 is, I don't know, Madison of the three is the most likely to have a meltdown when something like this happens. If this happens to my other two kids, they're like, fuck it. No big deal. Not Maddie. Cole says, shut the door and walk away. I tried that, and it was like, where are you going? I'm telling you this terrible thing that happened to me. Oh, sorry. I didn't think you wanted me in here. So I was busted. And she's actually like throwing herself around on the bed. She's flopping around like a fish. Now, everybody in this household, with the exception of Diana, is fucked. We are all broken. As you know, I tell you about all the stupid broken things I do. And and the NFK, he's complete destruction. Madison is just no different. Well, the only one who's not an idiot is Diana. So, there's really, once the plane starts nosediving into the ground, it's really difficult to like pull it out of the dive. So it takes time. So this is what we had to deal with, and this is what happens on a monthly basis when the woman's hormones start to like course through her body. Just the whole idea of you can be just cruising along normally, and something as simple as leaving a bag at Walmart with $4 worth of school supplies is going to result in what appears to be, life-ending catastrophe. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? And all the while, I'm like, I can't wait to get to I wish it was 8 a.m. So I can talk about this on the show. The comment, that's the best compliment I've ever heard you give her. LMAO. What? Context. What are you talking about? I'm saying a lot. I can't remember what the hell I'm talking about, and I can't go back into my brain and suggest and figure out what the hell I said that lines up with your stupid comment. And I don't buy that at all. I give all of my family members wonderful compliments. Don't give me that. Jesus. All right. Yesterday, I sat down and created a video to go along with my Mar-a-Lago song. I don't want to play it because I'll end up getting muted on the usual sources, but it's the tip top of my social media. Now, this is a song to mock Trump, and that's it. That's the point, to be funny. And to see the comments is absolutely spectacular. The comment, you said Diana was the only non-idiot in the household. Are you telling me that's the best compliment I've ever heard? That's ridiculous. I tell her I love her all the time. That's a compliment. She deserves love. Shut up. So putting this thing out leads to comments, and all right, most people are like, oh, this is funny. Joe wants me to put it up on TikTok. All right. Alan says, I'm surprised there's not as many mad Trump supporters commenting. The ones that did comment prove my point that hardcore Trump supporters are giant pussies and can't take a joke. Nicola Nadeau, which I'm not sure if that's a dude or what, wrote, unfollowing your pathetic ass. You couldn't stay on radio, and now I see why. You know, that is another example of people always go to that. I mean, what year was that? 16? It'll be 7 years since getting let go from Free Beer and Hot Wings. You couldn't stay on the radio. Now I see why. No, if I had done stuff like this on the radio, that would have kept me from getting fired. Sensing butthurt, Robert writes, Nicola, this isn't an airport. No need to announce your departure. Stay triggered. I wrote, Nicola, oh no. The dreaded unfollow. What will I do? How will I go on? Jason writes, Nicola, because someone is making fun of your golden calf and his flock. Josh writes, Nicola, can we add Eric Zane to the long list of things that easily offend you? Hold up. Brian writes, fucking libtards. Now, I like to describe myself as fiscally conservative and liberal on social issues. Isn't there a term for that? Is that what describes a libertarian? I don't know. I don't really have a party affiliation. So if that is a libertarian, you can call me it, but there's no way in hell I'm going to vote for a libertarian candidate. Ever. And the reason why is because no one else is. And they have, no chance of winning. Now, if I see, all right, we're getting ready. It's the night before the election. It is a three-way race. The Libertarian candidate, so-and-so, and the Republican and the Democrat are all polling exactly the same. Then I'll vote for the Libertarian. Yeah, well, Eric's saying there's no way they're ever going to get those poll numbers until you vote for them in the elections leading up to it. Fuck that. No. You figure it out on your own. Sorry. I'm not throwing my vote away to some garbage loser who's going to get 10,000 votes across the entire voting population. But anyway, Brian writes, fucking libtards. If you click on Brian's name here, Brian lives in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. And his, his screen picture or his, his avatar is the Confederate flag along with Old Glory. Okay. So I'm getting called a libtard by a racist. Fucking libtards. That led to the response. No one listens to clowns with traitor flags in their profile picture. Run along. Brian wrote, yeah, thanks for proving my point. Well, what point? You didn't make a point. You just called everybody fucking libtards. And so I wrote, you did not attempt to make a point. Robert wrote, what point? We're just here to highlight your 58 IQ. All right. Now, I worked my ass off trying to get this stupid song to go viral. And I even listed it as, in case you missed it, the viral Eric Zane Show parody hit Mar-a-Lago. It's not viral. No one has clicked on this. Anyone who has seems to like it. But at last count, because I made the YouTube video of it, at last count, there's like 100 people that have watched this thing. So I mean, sometimes the stupidest things go viral that you don't put any effort into whatsoever. There was a video that I shot of me when I first got my chainsaw, of me cutting down a tree. And there's nothing to it. It's just me cutting down a tree. It didn't fall on the house. It didn't kill the dog. Didn't do anything. And I remember as it unfolded, it got like hundreds of thousands of views. Why? I don't know. It's ridiculous. And then you put all this time and energy into making a video to accompany a song you made, and no one sees it. What a pain in the ass. All right. Hold up. Daisy, you gotta stop. Quit, okay? All right. Thank you for watching the show on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. But it's time for you to go. I only give you the opening salvo, if you will, from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. And then I send you off on your way. If you want the full show uninterrupted, it's on a superior platform called Twitch. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. As you know, every day I do the show live right here at about 8 a.m. I was a little late today. Sorry. We go to about 10 a.m. Eastern time. And then afterwards, the audio becomes the podcast, which you can download on your preferred platform. Just search Eric Zane Show and you will find it and download to your heart's content. Monday through Friday, right here. So for you folks on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook, I send you off. Enjoy your day. For the rest of us, the show on Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Thank you so much. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And the almighty YouTube brought to you by Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance. If you ever want to reach me on email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. That is the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Stripe the parking lot with my pals at Shoreliners Striping. The Beagles are in West Michigan. Remember that story? It was, I think it was someplace in out east. It might have been Virginia, where it's medical testing or pharmaceutical testing or something testing, maybe cosmetics testing. And they would breed beagles to test these things. And I can't think of a more terrible existence. If you, let's say you work in this industry and these animals, they get tested on and then that's it. They're like dead for whatever they're testing, I guess. I mean, it's not like the dog's out in the yard running around playing, having a good time. Say, hey, bring me number 4 in. We gotta test this. And then they do it, and then the dog's like, thanks. And then the dog goes back out and plays. No, it's horrible. And at this facility, there's thousands of beagles that are kept in cramped quarters. And the authorities found out about this. They said, you are breaking all sorts of rules, so all of these dogs have to be freed. This is freeing of the beagles. It's like freeing the slaves. It's Juneteenth for the beagles. And there's literally 4,000 to 5,000 beagles. And I guess, like at the time, there was like a dozen people that had to take care of 4,000 to 5,000 beagles. So that's not enough. And they were being in poor condition. And these poor fuckers were just, the only existence they ever knew was being in a fucking cage and getting shit tested on them. Fuck. The that whole concept needs to be eliminated. Why can't we take just people who are assholes and test them? Why can't we take dickheads like dude on Facebook with the Confederate flag and test that asshole? All right? That's what I would like to do. So now these beagles are now being distributed to the area shelters, including my pals at Harbor Humane. Oh, bummer. Corey and Kenny are in an argument about slavery and the Confederate flag in the United States. Hey, you two, shut the fuck up. I'm doing a show. And, who cares about your stupid Southern fucking General Lee bullshit? We've moved on to Beagle talk. Pay attention. All right. Sound check. All right. Corey's getting 600 minutes, 600 seconds. And so is Kenny. There you go. Thank you, Cole, for the suggestion. Issuing 600 seconds like candy today. Video check. Audio check. The Beagles have landed.
5 new beagles arrived in West Michigan this morning after the Humane Society of West Michigan helped with a rescue effort out in Virginia.
News 8's Megan Bunchman has this story all new at 6.
After the U.S. Department of Justice helped close the pharmaceutical company Envigo in Virginia, humane societies across the country, including here in West Michigan, helped volunteer to take in some of 4,000 beagles who were in desperate need of a home.
Look at them all. Look at the beagles.
New dogs now have a better life in West Michigan.
Hey!
These animals have spent their entire lives in cages.
They have such an adorable body shape. You know, the massive ears, long body. They're short as fuck. O'Neill is half beagle. He's a beagle shepherd. He's a German beagle.
After they were rescued from a pharmaceutical company in Virginia, which, according to court documents, was rife with Animal Welfare Act violations. USDA inspection reports show that Envigo had just 17 workers to care for some 5,000 dogs.
Wow.
This is woefully inadequate, and that is why we're ending up with 300 dead puppies.
Oh, fuck.
Now, back in West Michigan, the Humane Society is examining these pups for any
If you work for that company, how do you
medical and behavioral issues.
how do you not
Use the bathroom. They don't know how to walk.
how do you wake up every day and go, oh man, I can't. In working here at Envigo is just fantastic. I got a 401k, I got health insurance. Sure, I gotta pick up the dead puppies, but this is a great place to grow. Seriously, how do you wake up and go to work each day if you're the guy who has to pick up the dead pups?
Walk on a leash. They don't understand doors. There's a lot of things that they're going to have to learn.
Amy
Sounds like the average Zaniac.
Caro says some of the pups don't even know what grass is or when to move out of the sunshine due to overheating.
Oh.
She says those looking into adopting one of these furry fellows will have to be particularly patient.
Helping them to establish that humans are going to be positive interactions.
The rescue comes as humane societies across the country struggle with overcapacity issues. Stockero says that while they are facing similar issues, there was no question when it came to rescuing these pups.
If you are interested in adopting, fostering, donating to support them, please visit our website or social media.
Some of those beagles will be ready for adoption within the next couple of weeks. Those will be the younger ones who tend to get better at adapting to newer situations. In Walker, I'm Megan Bunchman, News 8.
Okay, so that's at the Humane Society of West Michigan.
Green Transportation is now hiring.
My pal Allison from Harbor Humane here in Ottawa County, they got 10 as you can see. 10 of the beagles. And here they are. This is her video. This is them arriving. Hi! Oh, that's an old one. See how fucked up some of these dogs are? They come on out there where they were really scared and nervous at first. They don't know what to do. Jesus. It breaks my heart. Oh, look at that one. The tail is down on that dog. Dog's like, oh, shit. Look at, they're playing. They've never had any of this. Oh, fuck. Hello. Hi, friend. Hello, puppy. They're like, when is someone going to torture us? We don't like it that we're... This is terrible. We're being taken care of. Holy shit. No, don't do that. You don't know where that... Don't let the dog lick your face. Do not let the dog lick your face. It's a horrible thing. Don't let O'Neill lick you, no matter what. Kyle says, this is why I can't work at animal rescues. I'd take them all. I want one. But I think I'm actually already breaking some type of rule here with the Homeowners Association. But nobody gives me shit. I never read the rules. I think you're supposed to have no more than 2 dogs. And I have 4. So, and that's, some people say 4 is 3 too many. But bullshit. I got to have at least 2 at all times. Okay, yes, my house smells like a kennel. There's no avoiding that. Like, if you walk into my house, you're going to, like, Jim came in the other day and he's like, smells really doggy in here. I go, yeah, I know. I know that. That's some people's houses you walk in and it smells nice. And no, we're not going to have that odor. It's going to smell like dirty dog asshole. That's just the way it is. Diana, she fired off this, she's got this fucking oils thing. It's like a nebulizer. You fill it full of water, and then you put these oils in it, and then the room starts to smell like the various fragrance. It's awesome. And the whole house smelled like patchouli, which I think I like that. I think I hear people make fun of patchouli all the time, but I think I like that shit. Diffuser, that's what it is. Thank you, Amanda. You're very quiet today, and the world is a better place because of that. I'm kidding. I'm just so kidding. It's okay. Anything's better today than shit fuck Kenny and shit fuck Corey, who simply are just... they were dominating the comments. Out of control, these 2 fuckheads. So they're sitting tight, and I'm going to have a wayward eye on both of those bastards for the rest of this show. Okay? Side note, let me pull this up. I actually have some images of the beagles. That was a movie, little film clip that from Harbor Humane. But look at this. Look at that beagle. That beagle's like, oh my God, this is fantastic. I get to be held by this hot chick. Look at these 2. Hey, I know you. Usually there's a cage there, and we're getting IVs jammed in us. Oh my God. Hey. Holy shit. That's Sarah. I know Sarah. Lady in the blue there. Okay. So, you want to help out, reach out to Harbor Humane or the Humane Society of West Michigan. We've got our beagles. Our Beagles are here. Okay. The open and live stream of this show brought to you on this Thursday, the 11th of August by Blue Frost IT. If your small or medium-sized business needs some type of IT help, my God, you have to call upon the number one rated Blue Frost IT, number one IT company in Michigan, as voted on by their peers at the local yearly nerd symposium when all these dorks get together and vote as to whose business is best. They cannot vote for themselves. Blue Frost wins every year. Blue Frost IT. Very, very cool. So if your small or medium-sized business is in need of new tech, what you do is you reach out to them and they will give you a complimentary consultation to see exactly what your business needs. Then they will help you with all of your purchases as you get started. And then, boom, you are in business. Once they get that all set up for you, they'll help you on a monthly basis. They'll be your managed IT service provider. Ask them about that. Blue Frost IT, 616-200-8550. Quick word about my Patreon. If you like this podcast, sign up on the Patreon. My God, you're sitting here enjoying the content for free. God bless you. I love that. But please prayerfully consider a donation to my Patreon. That is how, one of the ways I've been able to survive for the past nearly 4 years, independent content creator, is through things like Patreon and the sponsorships. So $5 or $10 a month. It's powered by you, the audience. There's no sponsorships at all on Patreon. It's just me and you chit-chatting, having a great time, doing the Patreon bonus podcast every day of the week. There's other content, too. I put upwards of 15 hours per week on the Patreon. $5 or $10 a month. Try it for 1 month. If you like it, you can convert it to a yearly, and it'll save you 10%. Or cancel it. Then you tried. Some people sign up, and when you quit, there's a why did you quit? And a lot of people just say, well, I just don't have time for it. Well, I know that. Keep it going anyway, because it keeps me podcasting. And that's all I want to do. The day Patreon goes away, I got to get a job. And I don't want to have to get a job. I want this to be my job. Some people cancel Patreon because they just get in too deep. Like the handful of stalkers that had been affecting me and messing things up, the Pelleritos, the Deans. They crossed the line. I told them, and then they left. That was incredibly sad. Pelleritos going away message. Boy, that was ridiculous. What a dramatic idiot that guy is. He's quoting rock songs. He's quoting songs and saying, oh, no. Let me see if I can. Our post took the edge off your bleeding. I don't know what that means. The small mob got to be heard through it, and you took a step back. Don't know what that means. Things settled down, and that was by design, idiot. He can't talk, and he can't write. He can't string together consecutive one-syllable words to actually make a concise sentence. He doesn't know how to do it. This is the type of people that I have to deal with. You want to pout. Take your ball and leave. I don't care if you use my cover photos. I don't care if you use my notes. What I do care is that you don't waste my time. You refuse to give me that. What a fucking dick. All right. Anyway, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Fucking stalker. Full House Comedy. There's shows coming to the area. Tim Meadows is in town this week. FullHouseComedy.com. Go there and get tickets for an upcoming show. FullHouseComedy.com. Thank you so much. We are moments away in theory, I always say it like that because I never know with Kyle from Dumpster Divers. He usually shows up at the absolute last minute and checks in and says, "Hey, Eric Zane. I'm here, Eric Zane." Eric Zane, enough. Just go suck a big black dick because we know you want to.
You suck a big black dick because I know you want to, Eric.
He's a 50-year-old man acting like a 5-year-old.
I'm a 50-year-old man doing what a 50-year-old man should.
And that is, write weird sentences that no one can understand.
Idiot. All right. Dave Portnoy is the guy who created Barstool Sports, and he is a classic troll. Oh, my God. Portnoy did what I could not do, and that is make fun of this moment. Audio, check. Video, check.
Oh, look out.
The kid in the Little League World Series game gets hit in the head.
Wow, that is a tough kid right there.
You know? It's incredible. And then he's on first base. He's shaking it off. The pitcher's bummed out. He's a little shaken up about the whole thing. And then this kid, this 12-year-old kid, who's probably 6 inches taller than I am,
so this is really cool.
Gives the pitcher this awkward dick-to-dick hug.
Because as a pitcher, Bubs looks shaken up right now because of what he did. And look at Zay Jarvis. This is such great sportsmanship. He wants him to know that it's okay, that he'll be fine.
Hey, Bob. Look at me. Look at me. You're all right.
Amazing.
You're all right. Look at me. Hey, look. You can do it.
All right. Look at that mom. That mom is so hot and so broken up. I was kind of turned on by her crying. Portnoy was able to pull off what I was not able to pull off. Acting like an asshole about that clip. Dave writes this. This is not good sportsmanship. I think that's one word. Sportsmanship is one word. He wrote, this isn't good sportsmanship. It's dumb. You got this kid on the ropes and he's rattled. Trip to Williamsport on the line. You can play patty cakes as far as the pitcher goes, that's your plate. Okay. Now, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. That's very funny. And I would have loved to have been able to have gone that direction. I would have loved to be able to have been that big of a troll. But I just couldn't do it. Good won out over evil. And that is very disappointing. I wanted to be that asshole. But the story was too fantastic. I could not do it. I loved it too much. The follow-up comments after Portnoy's blast. This generation would have never made it through World War II or the Depression. They have zero toughness about them. Very soft. Boys don't hug each other. What the hell has happened to this generation? So that's just stirring the pot even more. as the show-stopping Little League umpire. The 3-year letterman is a classic troll, so he's going to stoke those fires even more. As the show-stopping Little League umpire, I'd have ejected both players on the spot. This type of anti-competitive attitude should never be tolerated in America. I once called a player out even though he was safe for saying hello to an opposing player. So, 3-year letterman is one of the biggest trolls there is, and hilarious too. That's funny, because then everybody falls for it. You are a dehumanizing idiot. Oh my God. Then it's all off and running. The cat is out of the bag. How great is that? So, entirely ridiculous to say. Agreed. But there's no way. See, Portnoy is constantly playing there was one person who wrote, the kid who got hit in the head overreacted. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, he just got hit in the head. That pitch was coming in very, very fast. I don't know. I don't think there's any overreaction there. I think it was an appropriate reaction, frankly. Oh, my God. Wow, you're a piece of shit. I'm a Marine vet, and I'm proud of this kid. He's a leader. See, anybody who responds to this is falling for the gag. That's the gag. You know, you're supposed to say something ridiculous like that you don't really mean. That's trolling 101. How could you possibly have messed this up? And I failed you. I did not have the nerve to troll this kid. It's too much. People were trolling him. And it's like they're taking the bait. Of course, a 12-year-old should behave the way. Everything about this was appropriate. Everything. There's nothing inappropriate about it. The kid getting hit in the head and then the kid rolling on the ground. That's what kids do. The kid crying on the mound. That's what kids do. The kid on first base walking over to the pitcher and consoling him. That's what kids do. What do you want? So that was all fine, but the hilariousness of trolling just to see these people get pissed off makes me laugh. Fuck. Again, I there's no way I could have pulled it off. Kenny says, personally, I'm glad you didn't, Eric. Oh, bullshit. It would have been great. Come on. Aram says you've lost your edge, Eric. Possibly. All right, where is Kyle? Don't tell me he went on another vacation. LOL, you'll have to call me. The day went south. I knew it. All right. Stand by. Let me do this then, because I've burned through an hour of my time. Don't waste my time, Eric Zane. Shut up. Line beard. Advertise with the show. Reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I would love to put your business on the show. Like the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. You can get a mortgage from anywhere in the United States with the exception of South Carolina, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii. 231-332-6505. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Whether you're getting your first mortgage, your 10th mortgage, a refi, you're a slumlord that's buying up property and you need mortgages to go along with those, reach out to Mario today. 231-332-6505. NMLS number 3035. Get money out of your home to pay off credit cards. You can do that. I mean, it's better to pay 5% interest than 25% interest. I have a heating and cooling specialist, A&E Heating and Cooling. 616-516-8579. Okay, whether it's okay. I don't know about you, but I dress like a dick. My wife is constantly like, "Oh God, seriously, we gotta start over." So, she's kind of like really bugging me about this. Well, thank God my friends at Trend Him came forward and they said, "Hey, you should talk about us on your show, and then maybe you can like buy some of our stuff, jack off, and not dress like such an asshole." And they're 1,000,000% right. Trend Him has been around since 2007. They offer accessories. So, I'm a work in progress. I need an overhaul on everything. All right. Well, one of the things I'm going to need to take care of is things like accessories. Those are the things that you see on people that just make them look cool as shit, watches, bracelets, cufflinks, ties, sunglasses, belts. Stuff that makes you look like a man who cares about his appearance. Because honestly, my wife wants to brag about me, but I look like a fucking extra from the show Charles in Charge, and it's embarrassing. It might be pocket squares you're into, neckties, necklaces, lapel pins, hats, gloves, earrings. They have it all, even suspenders. Okay, so this is awesome. I want you to go to this website. If you or someone you know or love needs some accessories to round out the appearance. Like I said, I got to start completely over, but at some point I got to round out the look. I'm going to Trend Him to buy my stuff. Their thought was they wanted to become the world's go-to destination for men's accessories. Now, I want you to go to this website, all right? You can use my code to save 15%. trnd.hm/Zane. trnd.hm/Zane. With that, you can shop. And when you do shop with that code, my name in there, you will save 15% on your order. So go there and just check it out. Do your little online shopping of what you want. They even have beard care for you guys who have those fantastic beards. All of the accessories you could possibly imagine under one web brand. Trend Him. trnd.hm/Zane. trnd.hm/Zane. Okay, thank you, Fitbod, for sponsoring the show. All the time that you have your face buried in the phone, isn't it about time that you got something out of it? The Fitbod app on your phone, it tells you what to do when you are ready to work out. Okay, you've made a decision. You finally want to do something. The Fitbod app has everything you need. If you're working out at home, at the gym, with weights, no weights, doesn't matter. This thing is going to get you in shape on a cardiovascular level, heart and lungs, strength, your muscles, your endurance, all of that stuff, and it's going to be fun. You're going to love it. It tracks your fitness, tells you about the goals, how close you are to them, and it modifies itself and the workouts for you based on how you're doing. How? I have no idea. It's that $10,000 word that everybody uses nowadays called algorithm, but this is what I want you to do. This whole thing is free for you to try out, okay? You can try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. Now, if you do fitbod.com, you're going to wreck everything. So don't do that and listen to me for once in your life. Try this for free, fitbod.me/Zane. See for yourself how awesome this is, and my gosh, you're going to get the workouts. Stick with it, okay? Rome wasn't built in a day. You're going to get this done, and I believe in you. You can also get 25% off of your subscription and try out the app for free when you sign up now at fitbod.me/Zane. One more time, 25% off your subscription or try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. Now get after it. Scheduled maintenance, an emergency repair, or you're getting something new installed, or maybe even new construction. A&E Heating and Cooling, installing the Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and air conditioners. Reach out today, 516-8579. Let's bring in Kyle from Dumpster Divers, see what's up, what happened to him.
Hello, sir.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Just out here driving.
You said the day got away from you. Did you have to be in like two places at once?
Well, so here's the thing, Zane. I always plan to make sure that I'm in the office on Thursdays.
Yeah.
But so today we get these junk removal quote requests or whatever that come in.
Yes.
And people, they ask the questions and whatnot, and we send them back, whatever. But then they just kind of never ever respond. And then so we had 3 of those scheduled for today, right? And then all of a sudden it's the day of, they're like, "You guys are coming, right?" And we're like, "Well, dude, it's you never said nothing forever." So anyways, we had to get those scheduled, which means I had to hop on the truck so we could get those done.
Yeah, you know how they always say the customer is always right? That's not true at all.
Oh, no, fuck that. Yeah, it's definitely not a dumpster divers. If they're wrong, we fucking tell them, dude.
Say, hey, I want you to know you're a customer and you're wrong.
Yeah, seriously. Fuck them.
Whoever came up with the customer's always right needs their fucking ass kicked is what they need.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's probably JCPenney or some shit like
right,
that. Fuck that guy, too.
Oh, my God. See, what that led to is that led to the creation of a Karen. I don't know if you heard me. Yeah, I was just going to say that led to the creation of Karens. Let me talk to the manager.
You said Karen?
Oh, for God's sake. Never mind. Anyway, what's on your mind today, Kyle?
Just fucking, hey, I just drove past, I'm in the Door, Wayland area right now. Okay. I just drove past this sign. There's a place called Dick's Sausage Shop?
No. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I caught me by surprise. I didn't get all the details on the sign. I just kind of glanced and then glanced back really fast. Yeah, it's a place called Dick's Sausage Shop. I don't know where the fuck it is, dude. You gotta look it up.
Okay, so is it? Did you actually see the business, or was it just a sign for it?
Yeah, it was sign. Yeah, sign on the side of the highway.
Yeah, probably a homemade sign. Dick's Food Market, Dick's Sausage Shop. Yeah, they just call it Dick's Market in Door.
Okay.
But
yeah, they fucking wrote sausage shop on the old sign.
Yeah, I believe
ballsy,
it. That is ballsy, and it says actually, according to the Facebook page for Dick's Food Market, that they are in fact changing it to Dick's Sausage, whatever you said, Dick's Sausage Shop. Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
So excellent. What else is going on, Kyle?
So I was thinking about this, Zane, and I wanted to ask you this fucking question, dude. What if you were a serial killer, right? Or whether that's in real life or I was thinking more along the lines of a movie serial killer. What kind of serial killer would you be, dude?
Oh my God.
That's a great question.
Okay, I would be the kind of serial killer that I wouldn't kill just one type of person. I would start out killing a kid, and then I would kill an old man, and then a dog, and then a baby, and then an old lady, because you don't want to establish a profile.
Oh, there you go. Hell yeah.
Because then you have a less chance of getting caught, I guess. Because I've read a couple books about this, that they always try to get a pattern, So you got to,
yeah, for sure.
You got to be indiscriminate. You got to kill a newborn that's 1 hour old, and then you got to kill a guy who's in hospice.
What's your weapon of choice, dude?
I'm going to have to go with either the knife or a pillow for smothering or strangulation.
Okay. I'm just trying to gather your character. I'm trying to picture that.
Well, less noise, the better. Less chance of getting caught.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I think I would Now, let me ask you this question. What would would you have banter? Would you be like a Freddy Krueger, or would you be like a Michael Myers and just stay quiet?
For my murders, I'm going to have to actually tie these people up and and give them all a pep talk as to why they're about to die.
Okay.
You know,
okay, so very, very much.
Yeah.
Wait, fuck. What guy was that? Well, I can't remember who that was, but I know what you're talking about. Okay.
They need to know. They need to suffer a little bit.
Yeah, I think I would be. I think my weapon of choice would be a sledgehammer. Because here's the fucking thing, Eric. I don't think there's like any movie characters with fucking a sledgehammer. So that's already badass.
So yeah, you could call yourself Thor, the serial killer.
Right, there you go. But then I was thinking about it. I'm like, a sledgehammer is kind of a fucking, like, you can't really surprise attack somebody with a sledgehammer easily. So I think I'd also have like these little tiny, like 1-inch knives that like come out of my shoes, but just like stick out like by the toes of the shoes.
Gotcha.
So that way I can just fucking shock them a little bit. Like, it's not gonna kill them. They're gonna be like, fuck, dude. And then while they're saying, fuck, dude, then I whip out the sledgie.
Okay, gotcha. Now some of these sledgehammers are pretty heavy and they're slow, so you got to make sure you get the right weight so you can get enough velocity.
Yeah. And the sledging, when we do demolitions, that's my fucking tool of choice. So then that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, I'd probably fucking kill a dude with one, no problem.
Okay, so that's a big part of your day when you know you're going to do a demolition. If you're in charge of the sledgehammer.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, Emilio, he's more of the crowbar guy. But I'm like, yeah, give me that fucking sledgie, dude.
Have you ever shared this information with your partner? And what's the other guy's name? There's Emilio, and then what's the other guy's name?
Yeah, Tony's the guy that works with us.
Have you ever discussed this with them?
No, not for murder purposes. No.
Okay, yeah, because they might not want to work with you anymore if you discuss any of it.
I know, because then I was thinking about it. I'm like, would I be? Because I used to love, like, when I was a kid, like, I loved the Freddy Krueger movies because he's, like, hilarious. And I'm like, would I be funny? Would I be telling jokes when I'm killing people?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Potentially, dude.
I'm guessing that you would. I'm guessing that's exactly
and
what you would.
Also, let's not forget my guy, Emilio Estevez in Young Guns, because, like, remember when he would just shoot people and just start laughing? So that also made me laugh when I was a kid, too.
Wow. I haven't thought of that guy in a long time. Talk about a guy who just went AWOL. What the hell?
I know. It kind of bums you out because, like, yeah, like the late 80s, early 90s, guy was just thriving, and then I don't know what the fuck happened, dude.
Do you know who his brother is?
Oh, Charlie Sheen,
yeah,
for sure.
Isn't that ridiculous? People forget that.
Yeah, you don't really think about it, but then, like, once you find out and, like, you look at him, you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
I guess he's completely dropped off the scene. He runs a vineyard, according to Chris, who weighs in on the comments.
Who, Emilio?
Yeah, he runs a vineyard. He doesn't. Acting can be a bitch, That is sometimes a real pain in the ass job.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not that great sometimes. But all right, what else is going on? That's a very, very interesting thing.
I know. Yeah, it fucking cracked me up a little bit. Then, so get this. I thought of another business idea for us, Eric. another one in the long list of businesses that we're never going to start.
Right.
But it entertains me.
Yes.
So I was listening to the radio this morning on the way in, 96.9, of course, and they were talking about some fucking old ass, like she was like 106, like some old ass lady. And it was her birthday, and she decided that for her birthday, she wanted to basically get like strippers, kind of, basically, but they lived in Britain, so it's like different. I don't know if you can get strippers in Britain, but anyway, so they had like this service. It was something about butlers, right? Where you basically get these dudes who like are barely dressed, but they cater your party basically and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like that would be a good ass one for me and Eric Zane, dude. Just fucking, I just imagine you like on a grill or something, just fucking grilling. And, like, some lady's like, yeah, I want mine with, like, bacon on it. And you're like, here you go, asshole.
So, wait a minute now. Are you suggesting that I would be nude?
Oh, yeah. Well, not completely nude.
Okay, so I'm there. I'm on the grill. I'm dressed scantily clad for the old lady, and I'm throwing the food at her and calling her names.
Yeah, yep, for sure.
I don't know if you thought this one through. It doesn't seem like anybody would be interested in that.
Well, that's potentially true.
All right, so while I'm on the grill, what are you doing?
I am just telling jokes, also scantily clad.
Okay, so you're nearly nude, cracking jokes. I'm nearly nude, cooking food, and the old ladies are enjoying the banter. What if they try to grab your dick? Do you allow that to happen?
What's that?
What if they try to grab your dick? Do you go, all right, let's do it?
Oh, that's an extra 100 for sure.
Okay, everything is on the table.
Yeah.
What if they want to have sex with you?
No, can't do her.
Can't do it. All right. That's a horrible idea. Everything about that is stupid, and so are you.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, hey, football this weekend. The Lions open up the preseason. Can you believe that? Tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting pumped. Preseason, whatever, but dude, I'm gonna get my juices flowing pretty quick here.
That show Hard Knocks is featuring our Lions, Kyle. I don't know if you have HBO.
Yeah, yep. I know. I have HBO too, so I need to fucking check it out. But I saw some clips, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
I'm stoked about that. Okay, anything in closing you have as you make your way to your demolition job or whatever the fuck it is?
No, that was basically all the shit that I was going to talk. I thought I had some more shit to talk about, but then this morning it was a fucking whirlwind, so I forgot a bunch of stuff.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm just glad that you're here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Well, tell everybody I said hi.
All right, sound good.
You're a good man.
All right, see ya.
See ya. Kyle from Dumpster Divers. Call if you need a dumpster. Megan says, radio? Who listens to the radio? No, the radio's all right. Come on now, I guess. There's room for everybody. Eric Zane, are you a Leslie Nielsen fan? You mean like the guy from the Naked Gun films? Of course. Yes, I am. Thank you. I appreciate the question. It's out of the blue. I don't know why you're asking me that, but yes, I am a fan of Leslie Nielsen. Hilarious. Okay. There is some political merchandise that is for sale. I'm not really sure how this all unfolded. But surrounding the raid, in quotes, of Mar-a-Lago, two political people are now selling stuff based on the raid. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Apparently, I remind you of Leslie Nielsen. I see. Okay. All right. Thank you. Great character actor. Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying we must defund the FBI. That's the thing. Nowadays, if if some entity does something that you don't like, the word is defund. Defund the police. Why? Well, because they do shit we don't like, so defund them. Defund Eric Zane. Why? Well, he's an asshole. Okay, great. Defund the FBI. Marjorie Taylor Greene is pissed off that the feds raided Donald Trump's place. Now, I need you to know that I 100% believe that the reason why they raided him was because there is a rule on the books that if you take classified documents and things like this, what they're accusing, what we think he'll be accused of, and keeping them in his possession upon the completion of his term as president, it makes it so you can't run for office again. And that is 100% true. And I ran into this dude, Andy, with Team Knuckle Dragger. He said, he goes, yeah, they're just doing this to keep him out of office. I go, oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some may argue that, say, no, that's not true at all. We're just looking for justice. No, nobody's looking for justice. Nobody gives a shit about justice. Are you kidding me? They just don't want Trump to run again. So they're trying to make it so that he legally cannot. I actually agree with that. This is 100% motivated by that. Yeah, and the timing couldn't, because I guess there's some weirdo unwritten rule that 90 days in, you would never have, till an election, you would never have seen something like this happen. But it was like 92 days out from the election. So the timing is fucking perfect. Chris says FBI should not be used for political purposes. Well, maybe not. I agree with you. This is the FBI being used for political purpose. 100%. But make no mistake, you reap what you sow. Trump deserves every bit of this. Everything that Trump deserves, or it gets, he deserves, without a doubt. And it should happen. It should be that this piece of shit can't run again. Is it unfair? Yes! Of course it's unfair. That's politics. It's not supposed to be fucking fair. Anybody who's crying about this isn't fair. Oh my God, they're treating him so unfairly. Well, of course they're unfair. You idiot. That's what. When is it not? Marjorie Taylor Greene is hawking defund the FBI hats. And Hillary Clinton is hawking but her emails hats. I don't get it. I mean, I understand. I'm not sure the joke there. I mean, I know that prior to the 2016 election, she had emails that shouldn't have been on her private server. But I don't understand the joke, but her emails. I'm not sure what's going on there. Why is that hilarious? Is that supposed to be like, is a Democrat wearing a but her emails hat? Is that supposed to be like, yeah, that's what Republicans say about me, but it doesn't matter because I didn't do anything wrong? Is that what I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that the defund the FBI is a much clearer thing there. I don't understand. I'm too dumb to know what they mean by but her emails. Side note, Jesse takes a run at our pal Kyle. Anyone else think Kyle sucks to have on the show now? That's a horrible statement. Why would you say that? I love Kyle. Who doesn't love Kyle? Only an asshole like you would say that. I'm just going to keep you. I'm not even going to give you 600 seconds so that people can tell you that you're full of shit. What a horrible, entitled thing to say about our beloved Kyle, Jesse. Have you lost your mind? You are the only one that thinks that. If you were here, I'd punch you in the face. Oh, and now he's trying to talk his way out of it. I didn't say I don't like Kyle. What? You asshole. There's the only thing worse than your first statement is your backpedaling. You said, anyone else think Kyle sucks to have on the show now? That is not a compliment. That's a horrible thing to say. Kyle's terrific. The only reason why I'm not banning you permanently is so that these people can rub your face in shit. I will have no more of that. Side note, is it just me, or does Hillary Clinton look to be about 30 years old in this picture? Look at her. She's beautiful. That is a terrific picture of her. Dare I say, this is hot. As you know, being of age, I love women who are of age. That's who I'm attracted to. 68 and up. I keep trying to convince Diana to dress more like a grandma, but she won't do it. She dresses like she's a kid. Hillary Clinton looks awesome. That's a great picture of her. I would have sex with her. Now, I don't think she looks like that all the time, but that is a fantastic look. Tell me otherwise. Look, she's got that pretty smile. Her eyes, her makeup is perfect. Her eyebrows are spectacular. Nice earrings, beautiful necklace, old lady necklace. And then green is a fucking hag. Look at that mean look on this bitch's face. Maureen says that pic is super old. She doesn't look like that now. I don't think so. I think that's a current picture because I did the research. She actually was modeling the hat. About the merch. Democratic and Republican figures are seizing the opportunity to sell merch inspired by the FBI raid. Green, who I hate this woman. I actually hate Marjorie Taylor Greene. Was one of the first Republican figures to call for the FBI to be defunded after the agency searched Mar-a-Lago. A day later, she promoted the Defund the FBI merchandise on her official Telegram channel. I don't know what that is. Quote, a day after Biden's FBI raid and ransacked President Trump's home, they've now confiscated House Freedom Caucus Chair Scott Perry's cell phone. Green wrote, this is outrageous. Fight back. Defund the FBI. Green's post contained a link to her campaign store where caps and shirts bearing the phrase defund the FBI are being sold. The caps go for $30, as do the shirts. Green is also selling merch emblazoned with the slogans proud Christian nationalist and enemy of the state. By the way, I love how Trump has hijacked Christianity. Like this guy even knows the Our Father. Come on. Green selling the shirts comes even amid backlash she received for her earlier call to defund the FBI. On Thursday, former RNC chairman Michael Steele hit out at Green, calling her former RNC chairman Michael Steele, so a Republican, hit out at Green, calling her a shit-for-brains Republican for demanding that the FBI be defunded. You know, that is an underrated thing to call someone shit for brains. On the other end of the political spectrum, Hillary Clinton, too, is selling merchandise. Maybe this will shed some light on it. I mean, I can understand the defund the FBI thing. Related to the Mar-a-Lago raid, Clinton posted an image of a new piece of merchandise on her Twitter account, which bore the slogan, "But her emails," a reference to a scandal about her use of a private email server for official communications that the GOP seized upon the 2016 election. I think it's like that is a rallying cry that Republicans would say about her, and it didn't stick. But her emails, you know? And because it didn't stick, she's now mocking them by putting that slogan on the hat. That's all I can gather. The hat actually went up for in the store in February of 22. after New York Times journalist Maggie Haberman broke news citing White House sources who said Trump was prone to flushing documents down the toilet. I did see that. He would rip up shit and throw it in the toilet and flush it, and then they'd come back up. So people would take pictures of the fucking paper in the toilet. Clinton promoted the hat again on Monday after the raid, writing, quote, "Every but her emails, hat, or shirt sold helps." The group called @Onward Together, partners defend democracy, build a progressive bench, and fight for our values, just saying. 2 hours later, Clinton posted that the hats were sold out, but advertised shirts bearing the same slogan. Both the hats and the shirts cost $30 a piece. So what this is a way to troll the stupid Republicans by putting these hats on. So we need to put a flagpole holder on our Priuses and our hybrids and whatever, and have flags that say, "but her emails." At the press time, the hats were back in stock on the Onward Together, which is a PAC. It's one of these organizations that, funds the agenda of the Democrats, which is the same thing that the Republicans have. Which they're both fucked. I mean, they can do whatever the fuck they want. They're very, very powerful, the PACs. Clinton and Green's fundraising comes amid a fundraising drive among Republican figures and organizations. Blah, blah, blah. Save America. Yeah. I just found it funny. That Green, I hate that woman. Fuck. Oh, God, does she piss me off. Jesse, who's the dick who made horrible comments about Kyle, says Telegram, the favorite messaging service for terrorists and dumb people who think it's E2EE encrypted. FBI is reading those messages for sure. I'd love to take you at your word, but you insulted Kyle and his efforts on this show, you fuck. My God. Regarding Mrs. Clinton, it's all that taxpayer plastic surgery. Anyone can look good. Yeah, it's probably true. I mean, she looks like hell. Who am I kidding? But that's a nice picture of her. I'll give her that. All right. Former football player turned boxer Frank Gore is in the spotlight. Now, if you had said to me, Frank Gore, what do you know about Frank Gore? I would say, I remember him playing with the San Francisco 49ers. And I think he went to the Super Bowl when Harbaugh was the coach against the Ravens. Colin Kaepernick was his quarterback. And I don't know anything about him. If someone said, is he still playing today? I would have said, I don't know. He's not. He's actually a boxer now. Frank Gore. But that's all I would know about Frank Gore. What I did find out in this story, that he has more yards rushing than Barry Sanders. In fact, there's only two people in the history of football who have, more yards carrying the football than him. Emmitt Smith at 1, Walter Payton 2, and then Gore. That's legendary. I had no clue that guy was that much of a beast. University of Miami, the U, with Willis McGahee in the same backfield. Holy shit. Frank Gore and McGahee in the backfield at the same time. Shit. Fuck me. That's almost as incredible as Thurman Thomas and Barry Sanders at Oklahoma State. Can you imagine being the linebacker and you're like, oh, fuck, what do I do? McGahee. Okay, there's no video of this, and I kind of wish there was video of it so that the backlash would be quicker, but you know how it is. If there's no video, it just doesn't have as much punch. Take case in point, Ray Rice. He punched his significant other right in the face and knocked her out in an elevator. And then the cops came and he was busted. And then the league did nothing. And then significant time passed and then the video surfaced. And then all of a sudden, then it became a problem, which is just sickening if you think about it. Side note, it was actually Gore, a freshman at the U, McGahee and Clinton Portis in the backfield. They had all three? Shit. Well, speaking of Gore, there was a lot of Gore as Frank was at in an Atlantic City hotel room and on the 50-something floor of some casino. And he was seen with a naked chick, and he was dragging her across the floor by the hair. Oh no. Horrible. Very strange and wild story. Ex-NFL running back Frank Gore arrested for simple assault. The details are coming out about what happened, and they don't look very favorable. TMZ talks about Frank Gore grabbed a naked woman by the hair, dragged her across a hotel room's hallway during an altercation last month, according to court documents. Cops say the incident happened between Gore and a 28-year-old woman in the early morning hours of July 31 on the 59th floor of the Tropicana Casino's Havana Tower. Gore forcibly gripped the woman by the hair before violently dragging her nude person along the floor of the 59th hallway. God, fuck, Jesus. What a fucking animal. What could you be so pissed off about that you could do that? As previously reported, Atlantic City police said were initially called out to the scene, but did not make any arrests after they said the woman did not exhibit signs of injury. Gore, though, was ultimately charged days later with simple assault after cops said they further investigated the allegations. Gore, according to records, is due in court for a hearing in the case in October. He's yet to publicly comment on the accusations. Gore had won his professional boxing debut on Saturday. That's his new line of work. How horrible is this? What an absolute animal. Do you remember that football player, former guy, I forget the guy's name, former football player who he threw the chick around the room and there was video of it? And then he ended up running away from police. I forget that guy's name. It's crazy how that is. I wish I didn't forget it, but it just boggles my mind when these people do the shit that they do. Audio, check. Video, check. Frank Gore boxing match the other night. Oh, boy. He punched that guy to oblivion. It looked like celebrity boxing though. Look at the size of this guy. This guy who's built like a brick shithouse is dragging a chick nude across down the hallway by her hair. What a piece of shit. Speaking of pieces of shit, let's see. I don't have this story ready to go, but I should. I should have had it. I don't. Deshaun Watson. Let's see. No, I don't have it here ready to go, but I pretty much remember it. What's his name? What's the guy that runs the NFL? Jesus. The dude who's in charge of the NFL, white guy. He's suggesting that a NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, there it is. Roger Goodell says evidence calls for at least a full year suspension for Deshaun Watson. What is taking so long to do this? Now, I will say that the whole concept of nothing legally would be happening to a player and still you can be suspended is a little weird. I in my heart of hearts know that this guy is guilty. I know that a scumbag like Roethlisberger did in fact assault someone or rape some woman. So any punishment that he gets, even though he didn't face any legal challenges because it all went away somehow, no doubt somebody got paid off. The fact that you cannot be convicted in any court of law, and then the NFL can look into it, and they hold more sway, and they can suspend you. I would think there would be legal ramifications for suspending someone for any amount of time if they haven't been convicted of doing anything wrong. But they do it, and I'm glad. Don't get me wrong. I think that piece of shit like Deshaun Watson or in the case of Ben Roethlisberger, they deserve everything they get. In fact, I think Roethlisberger should have gotten a lifetime ban. I think that if these players actually had a one-strike rule, that if you do something like this and it's proven, and it doesn't have to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, and these players know going in that their career could be over if they misbehave, that would be a swift, severe punishment, and they probably would have less chance of behaving like this. You know? Showbro Michael 91 says, this is why I don't have a problem with the Live Tour. Just because you can throw a ball, catch a ball, run fast, jump high, and put a ball in the hoop doesn't mean you can beat, murder, and rape people and get away with it. It is absolutely ridiculous how lenient we are just because these players make millions of dollars for these teams. I really hope they start cracking down. Exactly my point. So when someone like a Deshaun Watson assaults people chronically in these massage scenarios, he should be out of football. Never can he earn another dollar doing that. I mean, then maybe these people would realize that they can't take these types of liberties with people. Yes, and then you could still be charged criminally. Goodell says evidence calls for at least a full year ban. Last week, the league formally appealed Watson's 6-game suspension, which was handed down by NFL disciplinary officer Sue Robinson earlier this month. Goodell is saying the league is seeking a tougher penalty because the quarterback's actions were egregious and predatory behavior. So I think there's something to do with the union and who's issuing the punishment. I don't think for some reason it's not cut and dry where Goodell can just say you're gone or we're kicking you out for 5 years or a year or whatever. And it is completely silly to me. There's a lot of moving parts in this story and it kind of always goes back to Kaepernick, and he's kind of like the new Godwin's Law. You can always trace it back to him, where years ago, this poor son of a bitch takes a knee to say, hey, I don't like that police kill black people, so I'm going to take a knee and I'm still going to be out there saluting the flag with my hand over my heart, but I'm going to take a knee so that you can be aware that I don't feel that equality is at work. Please don't hate me, and then he's out of football. That, to me, he can't play anymore. He's old and can't throw, and he's lost his skill. He lost his career over that. And this fucking piece of shit can assault women, and he gets a vacation. He gets a month-and-a-half vacation. What the fuck? How is that even possible? We've seen the evidence She was very clear about the evidence. She reinforced the evidence, Goodell said. There were multiple violations that were egregious, and it was predatory behavior. Last week, the NFL appointed Peter Harvey, a former New Jersey attorney general, to hear the appeal of Watson's suspension for violations of the NFL's personal conduct policy. So Goodell has this dude facing 6 games. He's saying it should be a year. I'm not exactly sure why it takes so long. They did a extensive investigation into this. It seems like bullshit that he just can't drop the hammer on him and the guy has to go away for extended time. And swirling around all of this, it cannot be overlooked that the Cleveland Browns sought him out to be their quarterback despite knowing all of this and said, we choose you. And then they had this awkward, here's your New Jersey. Welcome to the Browns family. Seriously, being a Lions fan, and my team hasn't been able to win forever. We're not the Browns. That's the absolute bottom of the barrel. I will take not being able to win any football games every year over enabling a rapist who assaults women when they're supposed to be doing their jobs. That's what this is. Fucking disgusting. Jesus. Maureen says, I hope he gets more than 6 games. Well, yes, of course. Let the punishment fit the crime. Watson is no better than an animal who can't control himself. And it's so crazy. Here you have a guy who is wealthy beyond his wildest dreams. He could have a different high-end hooker every night, every day of the week if he wanted to. But he has to do it on unsuspecting people who are trying to do their jobs. Rom says the Titans and then the Browns are the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, I don't know why the Titans are the bottom of the barrel. Kyler says they took money to not pursue in court or he would be suspended for a year. Well, I mean, even if they did take money, that doesn't mean he didn't do it. That shouldn't make his punishment less lenient. We were going to give you a year, but because you paid these women, you only get 6 games? Is that the logic there? Hopefully the only games he's going to play this year are the 4 preseason games. They said he's starting tomorrow night versus the Jaguars. A $240 million preseason quarterback. LOL. It's ridiculous. Bullshit. Okay, my God. Where am I? Let's see. I mentioned my friends at... Who did I mention? Who did I talk about in these ads? Shit. I got a lot to catch up on. Mentioned Full House Comedy. Oh, man, I'm way behind. Shit. I owe a lot. I started going down the road, I think, of Van Dyke Mortgage, but I don't even know if I finished that ad. My brain is mush. No, I know what I did. Okay. My God. Sarah Honda Granville. 0% interest. This is a great deal. I'm so excited to talk about this. 0% financing on 2022 pilots and passports. Available on the lot. Shop now. SarahHondaGranville.com. 0% financing. That is fantastic. Available on approved credit. So if you're a loser, you can't get this. So for up to 48 months, and there's some other fine print there that you can check out. But basically, if you got shit credit, you're not getting this. SarahHondaGranville.com. They're awesome. If you want to shop online or in person, go there. Kennewa, just to the north of 44th Street. I love these people. They've got hundreds of cars available on the certified pre-owned lot, okay? Go look at these cars. These are later model cars. You know, you can get a 2000 or 2021, 2022 for ridiculously low pricing, barely used, hardly any miles on the odometer. And you can also get a brand new vehicle, but you have to pre-order those. That's the way of the world these days. The customer is figuring that out. SarahHondaGranville.com. Love, love, love. They are the best. I got T-shirts for sale at EricZaneShow.com. Go buy one, please. I've got an insurance guy. Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance, 616-914-4070. Call today if you need information about how to sign up for healthcare.gov. That is Obamacare. Not the easiest thing to navigate. So if you work for an employer that does not offer insurance, or you are self-employed or between jobs, you can get insurance coverage. Have Frank do it. It's free. His services are 100% free. He will help you. If you get let go from an employer and they say, yeah, we got your COBRA here, you can keep your insurance going. Oh, yeah, great. Hey, how much is that? Oh, that's $56,000 a month. What the? Forget that. It's a scam. Also, if you or someone you know or love is getting set to turn 65 years old, reach out to Frank, 616-914-4070. He is the Medicare Advantage Plan expert and can help you every step of the way. Getting your Medicare set up, getting your Social Security set up. That might not be you, because I don't know how many people over 65 I have listening to this show. I know Maureen is like Maureen, what? I take it back. Maureen, you're like 81. Isn't that what you told me? I'm sorry. That's a low blow. I think you're 61. You told me that once. Oh, thanks. That's going to make me cry. You got to be thinking about this, Maureen. This is serious shit. We're all getting older. You might be the elder statesman, though, in the audience. This person, concerning Sarah Honda Granville, will they take a 550 credit score asking for a friend? LOL. No way. There is zero chance you could get that with your shit credit score. Save up your pennies and go buy like a $3,000 car with cash and then take care of it. That's the best you're going to get, slob. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. All right. Take your $3,000 car and get it fixed at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Actually, if you are in the market, if you're going to buy like a car, like buy owner or something like that, hell, I remember one time when I bought that 08 Accord from, what do you call it? Sarah Honda Granville. I said, hey, I'm taking this thing over to Irvine's. I said, that's fine. Drove it over to Irvine's. They said it's good to go. They do that for their customers. 616-532-6600. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Two businesses, one umbrella. They are right along 44th Street, 3 blocks east of US 131. Can't miss them. The side street is Stafford. Look down the street. You'll see them all there. Irvine's, Vines, Irvines.com. We've got racing at Berlin this weekend. I'm going to post today about free tickets. If you want to score a pair of free tickets to Berlin, I'll post that today on my Facebook and Twitter. Otherwise, the tickets are just $12 when you buy online. That's freaking great. BerlinRaceway.com is where you go to get these tickets for racing. Starts at 6:30 on Saturday. Tickets $12 when you buy online. 15 and under free. Parking's free. Beer's cold and cheap. You can bring in a cooler with your snacks and soft drinks, no glass. Love Berlin Raceway. Go to the races and have a great time. Man, everything is redone there. It's just top notch. It's a NASCAR home track. You had the Battle for Berlin last night. Awesome. And, you know, you got a band playing every weekend. There's a bar. There's a beautiful merch shop. Food is great. You can smoke. Can't smoke in the stands, but you can go puff over at the Smokers Outpost. Did you know that if you go to a Griffins game now and you want to go burn, you can't even step out and burn and come back in. What the fuck? Same thing with a gold game. You can't leave the building to go burn. That's bullshit. All right, so go to the races at Berlin. Last but not least, the Kent County Health Department. Kent County is a community next door to this one. I have a great contact over there with the health department, and they love that I talk about their initiatives on this show in very frank terms. They like me talking about their website, accesskent.com/health. August is National Breastfeeding Month. My job is to encourage anyone who is pregnant, about to get pregnant, has a newborn right now, breast milk, the perfect source of nutrition for a growing infant. All right? You need to do this. All your questions can be answered if you go to accesskent.com/health. The number one most important thing for a growing, developing little bundle of joy is breast milk. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And don't you dare feel bad or ashamed that when that child's hungry, you pull up your shirt and you just let that baby breathe. Okay? My goal is to get all ladies to not cover those babies up. Bullshit. It's a biological function. You stand there, you walk down the street with that baby right there on your titty. You need to do that. Some of you are like, I just want to be more modest. I guess so. But I don't want you to feel bad about that. And if anybody gives any women who are breastfeeding their child any shit, I'm going to kick you in the fucking throat. All right. Tyler, oh no, who has a newborn child. What the fuck are you doing? Writes, and thank you for sharing this. I made the mistake, oh no, of referring to my wife as a cow the other day regarding her breast milk production. You asshole. I'm an idiot. LOL. I want to call you, okay? I don't think I need to beat you up. That is quite an admission. You got to pick up, though. Oh, I can't talk. Says he can't talk. Shit. All caps, can't talk. I think he's like, what's going on there? I'm going to guess he's taking care of mom and the baby. That's why he couldn't pick up last time. And, you know, maybe just a little bit more on the down low. You're just typing, and your lovely better half doesn't have any idea of what you're revealing on here, and you want to keep it closer to the vest. She's probably sitting right next to you. Kenny says she's currently yelling at him. Yes, I believe that. Called your wife a cow, you fucking dummy. Holy shit. All right. Yesterday, I forgot the asshole of the day. That's embarrassing. Let's see. Dave Portnoy. We talked about the Beagles. Talked about my new pal at the YMCA. We talked about the political merch for sale. We had Kyle. All right. I don't think it's the marker. I think I need to clean the board. Your asshole of the day is Jesse for trying to establish a foothold of mob mentality for our pal Kyle from Dumpster Divers. Is it just me, or is Kyle starting to suck? The fuck is wrong with you? TC Paintball and JM Synthetics. Yeah. Fuck you. You're lucky you didn't get banned for that. Oh, my God. That is your asshole of the day. Okay. 2 hours in the books. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have a Patreon show coming up a little bit later on after I get my ducks in a row here. I'm going to talk about why you should never let your kids play on a splash pad. You know those things? All the water shoots up from the ground. Never, ever, ever. There's a local dude who was a pastor who paid a bunch of kids to take his wife to Pound Town. He is finally facing his day of reckoning. Kenny also sent me a link of the latest teacher to have sex with kids, with students. Female teacher having sex with students. We'll get to that all on the Patreon. You guys are awesome. By the way, Tyler writes, just so we're all clear, it was not an ill-intended comment. Oh, I believe that. I was trying to say something silly to our son, and it came out, and I immediately realized my stupidity. She gave me a look, but she never knew what was up, thankfully, and laughed. Ha ha. Yeah, oh yeah. I believe that. There's no way. You're like one of the sweetest people on the planet. There's no way. It's just a mistake. Come on now. I just cringed when you did it on your behalf. Like, oh no, my God. Okay. Thank you. Have a good one, folks. Got the Patreon coming up. And then otherwise, I'll talk to you in the free podcast tomorrow. Hey, quit being a cheapskate. If you're watching the free podcast and you are not on Patreon, quit being a cheap bastard. The point of the free one was to get you to sign up for the Patreon. Thank you for the reminder. Ben and Eric Patreon podcast tonight at 7. So quit being a cheap bastard and sign up for Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thank you. Bye-bye.